This is Official Nerd Business. Hello nerd boys and girls, welcome back to Factorio. It is Friday again. It's Factorio Friday again. And it's time to kick our feet up and play a little bit. Let's look at the start of our main bus here. And imagine it extending all the way out here. Let's make that a reality, in fact. So the first couple of things we want to do with our main bus here is produce factories. We want to make assembly machines because we are going to need a ton of assembly machines building other parts of our factory. And then the first couple of things we want to look at is probably belts and inserters. And after that, let's have a look at our intermediate products. These need belts and inserters to make a Science Pack 2. So when we have both the belt and the inserter, we can use them, put them in a box for our use, and stuff them into an assembler to make these. And these aren't that difficult, so we can just make these off the belt. But first off, we will need a lot of assemblers. So let's make an assembler. I now see that these need 3 components, so we want the assembler 2 to do this for us, and that one's underway, but we do not have enough red science. So maybe change priorities and make a Science Pack 1 maker here. And I do need 2 of these for that. So our main bus will be running. This is too close to the actual bus. I thought we were gonna figure out a way to run 4 of these in here, so that's that. The bus will be extended here, and then we will also need some walking space. It'd be good to be able to walk here. You can build roadways, which allow you to walk faster. Since this is all coal powered, let's just do this and that. And you also need some fuel, so there you are. In fact, no, it won't take things out of the box because we've told it to put it in here. Alright. Also, we will need to run power through the bus to make it split off wherever we need it. And I can make it run close to the water, so that's nice. Yes. Right here, right there, and now down all the way. Wait, did that connect? Oh, it didn't. Do I already have landfill? Or is that one of the technologies I need to get yet? Shame. So this is temporary until we have landfill. Yeah, in fact, it would be over. Let's see now, where would it connect? Right over here. So that's temporary, so that we are now able to continue this line. Funny thing when people say temporary, it's usually there for a while. Alright, let's see. Connect. And I can make this run between the iron and copper belts, that's fine. Oh, misclick there. I want this one. Yes. That is fine for now. So this is where our belt starts. So here is the road. There is a bit of rock in the way. That's the rock. This is all fine. Second factory, did I order one already? I need circuits, and circuits are that's from this stuff. Can I build circuits? I can. Oh, I also need some iron. So here we are. Sure. So do road. Red science. Red science needs gear wheels, so this will construct gear wheels out of iron. This will construct red science. If you press the Alt key, detailed information is switched on or off. So in the case of factories, it shows what it's building, what it's ordered to build, and with Alt you can toggle that. I believe there's also some information here on where exits and entry points are. You already run out of stone. Okay. You're good. That's why we're automating. So we make a split off from the power here and here and then here, I guess. Oh, that's a shame. Dread. Okay, so this needs iron. We will get into belt balancers, as they're called, a little later on, because now we're only running 2 belts of iron, so that's not very important at the moment. But a little later on we will be using a different technique for splitting off items from a belt. Wrong button. Wanted to press the F, not the C. With C you can fire your weapon, and when you're mousing over items it shoots at those items. You can destroy things that way if they're in the way. In this case I managed to damage my own base, so I'll be building a repair kit to fix this again. And I wanted to press the F key to collect something off the belt, some iron plates, so that I could order more of these specifically. This bit we need to get out of the way. I am out of everything. This is children, why we automate. This will be put into here as well as this. Here the copper line will be coming in here, and now we need to, that's a coincidence, more of these. Are we there yet? Let's see, put some coal in here, put another. This is why we're automating. Let's see, this one goes here, feed yourself, and throw the rock in here. Alright. Just to show that we can build roads out of this stuff. When you can place this, and if you hold some key and scroll, just be able to make this a bit highlighted here, a bit bigger. This is walking on normal grounds. This is walking on roads, quite a bit faster. And let's see, 3 big seems big enough. So this is cobbles, and a little later on we get access to concrete, which is even faster a bit. Yes, you will be. Is this too close to the road? I guess it's too close to the road. As said before, one feature of Factorio we are using a lot is the fact that if you break something down, you just get that exact same item back again, which we will be doing a lot. Okay, so here goes gear wheels. Gear wheels are fed into the next machine. You know what? Let's put it over here, which is this. And here is our output and the incoming iron. We've managed to even build this a little bit sleeker. Alright. This will carry on. Then we have the undergrounds. Oh, why me? Need to snake around this. Powerball. And no biggie by the looks of it. It would be nice to clear the road entirely, which again would mean that we'd need to shift this a little bit, because now we're running these lines over the road, and if you happen to stand on them you're swiped sideways. We'll consider that at a later time. For now, let's just get some stuff moving. Sometimes making things just work is more important than making them look pretty, and this is one of those times. Yes. These are just placeholders to make sure that I am always leaving space for 4 belts, but it is only 2 belts at the moment, and let's abuse that fact for now. We will be coming back to this sometime in the future to make this slightly more pretty. For now, it will do. The labs are right here, in fact, so that's a fine coincidence. Also, a little later on, I want to move this to a specific science belt running through here. I need to figure out, because there's 6 or 7 types of science, and we need to figure out how we can do this more efficiently even, because we can we are very barely making enough reds at the moment to keep one of these going. In fact, not even. So we need to upgrade this production line here quite a bit, and I believe there are sufficient resources here to feed in the copper from this side. Can we make a mixed belt of coppers? And yes, we can. Okay, so let's do that then. This one goes away, is placed here, and we have a belt coming in here, and the belt coming in from here. I'm doing a bit of a weird swirl here just to make it a little more obvious what this is doing. So they meet in the middle and they each fill one side of the belt. So now our belt has both components we need to create red science packs. With control or shift right click you can copy settings of a machine, and shift left click you can place those copied settings onto another building with the same type. Loading in the iron is not fast enough, so we are apparently not going to double input capacity, and that will no doubtably mean that extraction is too slow. Extraction is just fine. Okay. This is going nicely, And these take some time to build, so the belt will now fill up again with in fact, we might even consider doing this. We are out of assembly machines again. 2. Ow. A fun coincidence. Yeah, we need to. Can we do that? Probably not. Medium power poles are very high on my wish list. We can. Point. Settings. So these are now also fed the same things, and will also excrete red sign specs. So we are now making a lot of red sign specs. We are not yet making belts. Let's see. This isn't doing anything anymore, so we can destroy this. To refill our inventory a little bit. This power line is still important, though this bit isn't. So here we go. And this gave us assembly machine 2, which is important. Landfill, as I said. Let's look at red. We haven't made green signs yet, so let's look at further development of red. Fluid handling just takes a while. Let's see the damage. Maybe this is more important. Let's start with the heavy armor. I don't know, but defense might become a thing in the near future. Now hook this up. Every 5 seconds a red sign spec, or it takes 5 seconds for a red sign spec to be created, and we have 6 machines running at full capacity by the looks of it. So we are producing slightly more than 1 sign spec per second. These are consumed at an even slower speed, so we are now filling this up quite nicely. Now we do need to change a lot of things here when we start inserting green signs, because as you can see this belt is already saturated on both sides with sign specs, but we need to change a lot about research anyway, so that's again for later worry. Let's see how much we're producing. There are all kinds of infographics with the details on production. So here's every 5 seconds this is updated. This is a bit too jumpy for my taste, so I'd like to look at 10 minutes. So we are producing 60 iron ore per minute, 55 iron plates. These are usually quite well balanced. This is a bit deceptive because we've all handcrafted these and not crafted them in a machine. In fact, that goes for a lot of things. So let's get working on that. Now that we have the blue assembly machines, these can assemble things with 3 components. They themselves need 4 components, or they can actually build things. Craft items 4 ingredients, yes. So we can craft blue assemblers with blue assemblers, so that's nice. So let's get some blue assemblers. First, let's grab some resources. Alright, my repair tool. Here is my repair tool, and we are going to fix this. Can we fix this? Yes, we can. Alright, so there's science happily chugging along. Blue assemblers. Let's just build a ton of them. Hey, why am I carrying iron ore around? What's happening here, peeps? Alright. Let's see. You. Some iron ore. Oh, we are making belts, right. So, that's good. Little cheaty machine. Yeah, this is all gonna be changed later on. But we want to move everything around. This is always the case with Factorio. Whenever you think you're building something big enough, that later on you find out that you're still thinking too small. Let's see, we want these, but for those we need this one at least. And circuits, because the blue one also needs a ton of circuits by the looks of it. Yes, so we need a production facility for both circuits and for the iron gear wheels. Let's pick another red technology. Bullet damage increase. Yes. And do we have regular assemblers? Let's build 2 of these. 3 of those, in fact. Let's see about building a little bit of a chip factory. These need 3 copper cables coming in. And copper cables are produced in another assembly machine. So by stacking them like this, the middle one splits its output between these two. And we'll also need some iron going in here. Let's have that come in from this side. And do we have long-handed inserters? We do. So let's show how these work. Iron. Let's see. Whenever a chip is done, use the long hand to get it out. Let's put in some power. Awesome. So we again split off a line of copper, and again we just run it across the road, which needs to be changed at a later date, but for now let's leave it at that. So there's copper plates going into copper wire. Let's clear out some space here. Green circuits is something that you're gonna use a lot of in the game, so we need to expand this many times over. But again, as with all of things in Factorio, later. And just so we remember some placeholders, let's split up another line of iron ore. There and there. And iron comes in here. And circuits are placed there. Circuits will definitely get their own belt in this bus. This is why I said in the first episode that I wanted a lightly wooded area. If we had a really thickly forested map, this would just be the gameplay, me chopping trees. Now, there are more efficient ways to get rid of trees. Flamethrowers come to mind. You can also throw grenades at them. That's my personal favorite, in fact. Especially when you get damage upgrades for your grenades, they're quite good at clearing out trees. You can also, later on in the game, you can select them for deletion with your bot network, but then all the wood is stored and usually you don't need as much wood. Right now it isn't much of a problem because we're making power poles out of them again. Okay, now we have green chips. So let's look at making a factory. This facility needs to be expanded a lot. We can build more backwards, but then this belt will start congesting and it's only half filled. So we could mirror this factory on this side, so that's what I want to keep in mind for now. And clear some space out. So we'd need to be... let's also, by the way, do this. That fills the belt up on two sides. And in fact, we are out of splitters again. Let's grab a couple of these so that they aren't manually constructed every time we need them for the next 3 minutes. Let's also do this. And now we have 2 belts worth. There's 3 in between, that's nice. So yeah, let's look at constructing assembly machines. Now this factory doesn't need to be very big itself, because we do need a lot of factories, but we don't need them all at once. So if there's a stack of 25 factories, that should really be more than enough to keep going. So this doesn't need to be huge, but it's surely a good thing that we don't have to build everything out of pocket, as it were. Okay. to make these. I also need gear wheels. Where I thought I had assembler ones. Oh, they were used constructing the assembler 2 machine, of course. Yes. So gears aren't that heavy on the production side. They're quite quick to construct, so one smaller assembly machine should do. And you feed the gears out onto a little sub belt running in to this machine, and this machine, and this one is going to build my assembler 1 and assembler 2. So you will pick up 2 iron plates. That should suffice. Some iron in here, and these need. Alright, it's the same things, that's nice. So we're gonna grab a line of iron. In fact, first thing we're gonna grab is more belts, I guess. Yeah, can't hurt. Let's give it some more space. We do need the bricks. The bricks are used in building walls, and I think we will be building walls sometime soon. If I look at the map, we can use the pollution overlay. Yeah, these guys are starting to notice we're here, so they might start sending out critters to attack these dig sites, and these guys will be triggered pretty soon too, I think. And all the bricks you don't use for defense works are used for road construction, of course. Alright, let's clear out some more trees, because we're in a factory here and not a forest. Okay, extending the bus. Again, trees. My nemesis. Won't be long before we start constructing grenades, and life gets easier when you have grenades. Disclaimer: life in Factorio gets easier when you have grenades. We will be running iron into here. This is an indication on where the belt needs to go, how far it needs to reach. This bus extension specifically. So let's see. Split off here, regroup here, delete this. Fluid handling. Let's do fluids. Disclaimer: don't do fluids, kids. Man, commenting on Factorio needs more disclaimers than I thought. Running in copper. We don't need copper for this build. We would if we were making the chips on site, but since we have chips on the bus, that's fine. Do need to run some power through here. Let's let the power come up from here. Let's see how we are going to put this all in. This seems to work. Okay. Our gear factory is live. We need another underground here, all the way up to here. And let's run through. Then we need these to come up here. And can we make this run? We can. Let's see, now you need mostly iron plates and some gears and some electric circuits, and you do 2. So that's good. What we can do and what we are going to do is the following. We will have a split off here and an underground up to here and again up to here, with this running along. Right. Then we want an underground here. Yeah, we need to shuffle this around a little bit so this one runs straight. And then we want an inserter for usual one out too far. One of these will insert the iron. How long does it take to construct? Half a second. Well, as said before, these aren't exactly high performance machines, so it will probably work out. So the belt you are filling up here needs to be split, with 1/2 running into here. And iron, I can't get iron in. I can get iron in. It's gonna look a little clunky, but it looks stupid, but it works. It's well, probably still stupid. Underground. Yeah, that's stupid, but it works. Need some time to fill this up, and then it will only take half a second to construct this. Whatever. Sometimes these numbers are weird. Alright. So yeah, that took no time whatsoever. Do have fast inserters. So let's scoop up some fast inserters. As the name implies, these are a little bit faster than their yellow counterparts. So this is now coming along nicely, and we have a machine that makes machines. How perverse. Now all we need to do is get them out. And I'm kind of wondering if I want both outputs or just the... Yeah, why not? Thank you. Thank you. These are not going to be belted, although they might appear to be on the belt at the moment. And these will go into a chest. I want chests along the road here. Probably up here. So that I can just walk on the road and grab whatever I need. 2 stacks will be fine, 4 stacks will be more than enough. 4 stacks. Yes. Is it 3? Alright. maybe I should go 1, 2, 3, 4 steps block. And a inserter. I am out of inserters. Oh, Also, I need room for my inserter to insert my inserter. So, plop, there we go. And now we have a red signs build. We can move on to the green signs one and move on to building a belt factory and a grabber factory. And we will be doing that next time. So, see you then. Thanks for watching this video on Official Nerd Business. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell icon. Did we discuss everything you wanted to hear, or did we miss anything? Any topics you want to hear in O&B? Leave your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.